So sometimes we do have to put the depth of something, or close a door on something, or end something for something new to create. And sometimes you might be closing the door into something that's really good and that's been working for you for a long time. But to expand and to grow and to get bigger, sometimes we have to let go of something, even if it is good, to create something else, because otherwise that wouldn't have happened had you stayed stuck in that same space. And what's been coming up for me the last few days, especially while I'm being here in Japan. Welcome, I'm Diana Fels, and thanks for joining me. I'm passionate about helping people to transform for their own light to shine. I'm super excited to be in Japan on Mount Hiei. It's a magical and beautiful place to be. And I've only been in Japan a few days now, and quite often there's been this theme that keeps coming up, which is beginnings and endings. And it actually is far deeper than that, because it's actually death and rebirth. And so something I thought I might talk about is beginnings and endings and death and rebirth. And just in this very spot yesterday, it came up again about death and rebirth. So I'm going, okay, I'm getting it now. And something I need to look at on many aspects of my life. And so, for me, death sometimes can seem a little might sound scary, or sometimes we don't want to let go of something, or, we've been doing something for a long time and it seems to be working and you think that's the way you should be going, but sometimes you don't know when it's time to let go or time to reassess what we're doing and allow space for something to come in. Because when we put the death of something, or we end something or close a door on something, we give space for something new to come in, something else to create, or something else you might want to invite in that you haven't been able to do at this moment in time, or that you would like to do. So death and endings and closing doors on things is not such a bad thing. Sometimes it happens in a way that is forced, that is out of our control, or someone's imposed something on us or taken something away, and that can be quite daunting, frustrating, feeling lost, can't understand why something's happening, questioning, and even sometimes deflating. And you may even find that you're kind of wondering why you're having such a rough time, or why this is happening to you. And it may take a little time to get through it and to come to the other side, and then start seeing that there's, when something's gone, there's space for something new, and maybe looking for that something new, or finding out something that maybe might have been better in the long run, and inviting that into your life. And other times you do it on a conscious level, where you actually reassess your life, whether it's your life, your environment, or yourself, and decide, well, I'm sick of this pain and suffering and I'm going to let that go. Or there's something about you or the self or I or ego, or something that's no longer serving you anymore. And you might consciously work towards letting a few things go so that something else new can come in and that you can create something new. And there was something I learned many years ago in other sort of spaces, where when you're in the emptiness or void, and there's nothing in the mind and you're empty and clear, you've got a clear, empty vessel to bring something in, and also you're unlimited, because when you've got stuff in the head, things happening in the environment, your life is fully overloaded with so many things. There's no space for something new, there's no space to grow, and there's no space to create or to invite in something else, even if you are looking or searching for it or trying. So sometimes we do have to put the depth of something, or close a door on something, or end something for something new to create. And sometimes you might be closing the door into something that's really good and that's been working for you for a long time. But to expand and to grow and to get bigger, sometimes we have to let go of something, even if it is good, to create something else, because otherwise that wouldn't have happened had you stayed stuck in that same space. And what's been coming up for me the last few days, especially while I'm being here in Japan, and it did come up last time I was here too. It was more than just for my little circle and what I've created in my life journey. There was putting an end to the family, and not my immediate family. It's more generational family stuff, because my family had things going on, and I won't sort of mention what they were, but it certainly was very dysfunctional, complex, and it was their stuff. And that has affected me in my life and has affected maybe some of the choices I've made, or not having, whether it's the confidence or to do certain things because the way your environment have shaped you or the way you view things through their lenses. So, yeah, yesterday was definitely putting an end to some generational stuff and putting that to lay rest with those people. And they can take it with them to the grave and lay rest with it, but it's not my stuff to keep taking on me and to bring into not just my life, but into the family I create, and keeping that going down those labyrinths or dear way. So, yes, it was interesting how a few things happened, then it was almost like an ending of that generation and their stuff, and that can go with them, because that was their world and not my world. So, I invite you to have a think or do an audit. Do an audit of your life, your environment, and even yourself. Is there something that you're ready to let go of, or that's no longer serving with you? Or you want something new in your life? Well, then have a think of how you can create some space to bring that in and what can go. And have to think about that and start working towards you letting some things go so that you can create and bring something with you or something better for you. Because we do have to move, we do have to keep changing. It's unfortunate, but that's the way life is. And to be able to do that, we need to have space and create that space. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you'd like this or something resonated with you, or tell me what you are letting go. Is there something that's coming to mind if you haven't already thought about it? Add a comment below. Peace to you all, and keep shining your light and go.